Hi, it's Jan at My Local Business Online, and today I want to talk a little more about social sharing, open graph tags, Twitter cards and the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin. Now, a little while back I did this blog post about open graph tags and how to define them and the minimum size images that are required for Facebook, LinkedIn and Google+. And some of the feedback I got both in the comments and on chat in Facebook was, Jan, why is this so complicated? Now, if you use WordPress for your website or your blog, it doesn't need to be complicated. I personally use the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin, and that covers a range of search optimization type tasks that many other plugins don't, and it basically means that instead of installing 5 or 6 plugins to do a range of tasks, Yoast covers everything. So let me show you what I mean with the social sharing and the open graph tags. If I just pop over to Facebook and paste a link in, and without actually sharing it, immediately what pops up is an image, a title and a description, and you can control each of these and what is shown here by using the open graph tags. Now, open graph was originally developed for Facebook, but it's also recognized by LinkedIn, Google+, and Twitter, which we're going to talk about in a little while. So now you know what it is and what it does. It's how the hell do you get this information into your blog post and website? Well, like I said, I use the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin, and once you've installed it, pop to the SEO tab and click on social, and you're faced with Facebook Open Graph right at the top, and by default this is ticked here, and it adds the open graph metadata to the header part of your site, so it allows you then to define your images and your descriptions. Now, if I pop back over to this blog post and edit the post, now what you will see is the Yoast plugin under here, and you define your keyword, your title and your meta description. This title and this meta description will be used in your open graph tags unless you say otherwise. It will also use the featured image. Now, in this particular post I have 3 images, and I've set the last one, I think it is, to be the featured image. So it will use this as the thumbnail image in the sharing when you share it. So it's this one here, and obviously on Facebook you can flick through and choose other images too. So you need to set your SEO title and meta description. Now, the good thing with Yoast is, for example, you'll see another tab up here, it says social. Click on that tab. You can set different Facebook descriptions and Google Plus descriptions, so that if you don't want the same description that shows up in search, which is this bit here, you can have something totally different in that section too. So that is all by ticking the add open graph metadata in the Yoast WordPress SEO social settings. But it does a little bit more than that too. I mean, if that wasn't enough, and wonderful enough, you can do all sorts of fun things with Yoast. First of all, you can connect your website to Facebook, and it allows you access to your insights, which are these. Now you can tell immediately, this is when I was blogging and sharing most days, and this is when I'm not. And if that's not a lesson to you to blog regularly and share regularly, I don't know what is. And you can do that. If I pop over to a test site here, you'll see if you haven't connected your website to Facebook, you can add a Facebook admin. Just click that button and follow the instructions. It's quite simple. You also want to set your front page settings, which is a default image URL and a default description and a default image here. And what this one does, these default images, is if you don't have a set image on your page, if you've not used any images at all, it will mean that when you share on Facebook and Google+, that this default image will be used. And in my case, I use the my logo. Now, before we whiz off any further and you go dancing in the street, because that is how easy it is to add the Open Graph tags using Yoast, at the bottom of the social page you'll see this: Twitter, add a Twitter card metadata. And you tick the box and put your Twitter name in there and save the settings, obviously. Now, it's not quite that simple. Let me show you first of all what a Twitter card is. Whiz over to Twitter and scroll down. You will see that every now and then there's a link from my blog, and underneath is a view summary. And when you click that view summary, it gives you the Twitter card, which is a summary of the link, and in this case it's my blog. So if you click that, it goes to my blog. It shows the Open Graph defined image and also a link back to me. So if this gets retweeted for whatever reason and not they don't put an @Jan-Kearney, they don't reveal where they've sourced it from, this summary actually goes with it. So it's really quite handy, as well as giving you more information about what the link is. And that's on Twitter. It's called Twitter Cards. However, you can't just put your Twitter name in and tick the Twitter card box. You do have to apply to Twitter to do that. And you do that over here at dev.twitter.com/form/participate-Twitter-cards, and that will be up on the screen now, and I'll also leave it in the blog post as well. So sign in with your Twitter account, complete the form, and wait for them to come back to you. It takes a couple of days, and once you do, if you've put the relevant code in your website header, which with Yoast is just as easy as ticking a box and putting your username in and clicking save, then you will get the Twitter cards coming up when you share links from your website or blog on Twitter. And that's about it. So I'm hoping that you'll now see that the Open Graph tags don't need to be as complicated as they actually are, and that I recommend Yoast WordPress SEO to set them. You can do it all on this page as your defaults, and when you edit your posts or even write your posts, you can add extra settings in your social section here, and you can define an image using the featured image setting that comes with most WordPress themes. So I'll speak to you soon.